I'm going to be the first to say, coming out of COVID lockdown and seeing my friends has been one of the best things about this year. One of the things that when you see your friends, obviously, you know, especially in this situation, people are like, what's been happening? How have things been going? And I think I can safely say, and I'm not discounting everyone's terrible COVID experience, my experience of 2021 has been pretty intense. So I saw this friend recently and I updated her and she was asking me how I was dealing with all this crazy stuff. And, you know, I told her and she turned around to me, she said, you know, Renee, you have the gift. I was reading about this. She said, you're autotelic. It means you find meaning and purpose from within and it makes you really positive and so resilient. You're so lucky to have this gift. And I'll be really honest with you. I had this moment where something inside me just was like, yeah. And I went away and I thought about it. And you know what? It's not the same as that, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And she wasn't saying, you know, was it bad things happen to those people who can handle it? I hate when people say that because it's, what do you do with that? But I realized that I think what I found hard to kind of make sense of was that phrase gift. So using my nail scales, when I think about a gift, right? A gift has been given to me from somewhere else without me having to do anything to make it happen. And it should, in theory, make my life a bit better. So let's think about this gift. So first of all, instant gratification of being told that I have the gift of positive thinking. Absolutely. I mean, it's a great label to have. To be honest, it's actually really nice to know that people can see that and people think that about me. I think about the long-term impact of this gift. And I won't lie, I don't think I would be, well, no, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my ability to find meaning and purpose and to remain positive and to see the good. There are also times, I won't lie, where if this is a gift, it hasn't worked out so well. And I've ended up staying in things for so much longer than I probably should have because I just kept making it okay and assuming everything would sort itself out. But let's go with it's mostly been good. So I think the two parts that make it harder for me in terms of the gift, the first one is who gave this to me? You know, gift is meant to have come from somewhere else. What is this external? I mean, I'm not religious, but are we talking about a higher power? Is this like the forces of nature just kind of accumulating inside me and kind of like coming out in this positive gift? I'd really like to know who it was. I mean, I'd love to say thank you to them because it's been really helpful, but I'd also be like, so how did you do that? What was the effort and work that you put into this gift that you gave me? Why did you give it to me? And that leads on to the final thing that I found the most kind of insightful for me was, so a gift is meant to have come from somewhere else. And I think usually you feel kind of lucky. And if it has been given to me, you know, I don't want to disrespect the gift, so I want to use it and I want to make the most of it. And, you know, I definitely want to appreciate it. But I'll be honest with you, I feel like I work really, really hard to be someone who can find meaning and to remain positive in the face of a difficult situation. Which feels a bit more like, rather than it being a gift and coming from someone else and me being lucky to have it, it's a skill that I work on really hard. And it belongs to me and I deserve it. At which point can I still call it a gift?